All right. So, hi, my name is Yadiel Nieves-Santiago. I'm Puerto Rican. I've been, looking into my heritage since I was like 16 years old. Um, it really started when I was in high school. Um, Ever since then, I've been, delving into what I could of the Taino language and culture. Right now, I'm working on creating, a proper dictionary and grammar of the classical Taino language as it was spoken beforehand. Um, I study Arawakan languages. I'm currently in school for an anthropology major with a minor in linguistics. Um, I I really think that there's a lot that we could improve as a community in how we approach not just our heritage, but also part of that heritage being our language. Um, a lot of the efforts that are being done today, I have a bit of mixed feelings about, mostly because they don't try to be authentic in the sense that they're paying homage or resourcing from what was left of the language. But that's mostly because a lot of us are not educated enough to educated in linguistics enough in order to, you know, really make the most of what was left of the language. So we have these really false, erroneous records from, chroniclers among other people. And one of the interpretations that I have had the most qualms with recently was Hiwatahia, um, which by itself it was repeatedly said that it was not meant to be the classical Taino language, but my problem with it is that it's not an Arawakan language. It doesn't follow an Arawakan structure. It's um it feels very artificial in that it tries to um use Arawakan words from really just languages that were picked at random or at like their greatest convenience. It was shortened and then it was, well, simplified, I mean, and then it was put into an English or Spanish structure. So my problems with that is that it's not an Arawakan framework. It's more like re-lexified English. And what I mean by re-lexified is that it's word by word an English sentence or Spanish sentence, but it's written just using Arawakan words, which is not how those languages worked. I feel like there could have been more done to, look into the ancestral language and extract meaning from them. They had the resources and the people, and that was one of the things I had with it. Another thing is that even though it was said that it's not supposed to be the classical Taino language, it's been repeatedly advertised as that. And I think that that in itself is both misleading and disrespectful to the original people and the original language that we have acquired this heritage from. Um, Another thing is that the approach didn't take into account the languages that were most relevant to the region. One of the major things is that it kind of what's the word? Neglected the importance and the proximity of the Kalinago people and the Garifuna people, of whom the Garifuna still speak their language today, and the Kalinago are undergoing revitalization efforts. And their language has a lot of our words, and we have a lot of their words. There's admixture within the region, and those two sources of information, they were just taken out of the picture completely. And that's not fair to them, given their history in the region and contributions to the region. So that's my general take on Hiwatahia. Um, as its own, like, constructed language, I mean, it's fine. I can't really give an opinion about a language that's, supposed to be made up. but in the from the perspective that it's supposed to be used as a Taino language and it's being grouped in by the users as an Arawakan language, I feel like um that goes beyond what the scope of the language was supposed to be.